My trusted advisors, the CPAS has entangled itself into the possible First Galactic War. Am I making the right moves about this? Come on, Survey, what else could you have done? Yoberon stepped out of line, that is undisputable. Plus, he is too old. About 20 years too old. General Hangman is a much fresher perspective. Not to mention Alpha, Beta, and Delta Fiber have joined us in our little war, with their only condition being that they have post-war control over the United Brothers of Fiber. But General Hangman has only a few allies on the board of generals. Maybe I should have appointed Staten. He has a lot more experience. I have been analyzing various statistical data, Commander, and I have come down to the conclusion that Hangman, as the head of the military, is our best shot at winning. He is, what you would say, much more inventive. I understand that, Mr. Rothhausen, but what is the point of victory if we lose the CPAS in the process? Never before have elections been so divided and so contested. The Chamber has always been in relative agreement until now. There is no need to worry. War breeds nationalism, and soon everyone will be swept up in a patriotic fever, chanting the anthems of the youth. Mr. Carriel, you are my deputy chamber commander, and Mr. Rothhausen, you are my advisor to the state. Yet, despite your titles, you offer no advice of any help. What advice is there to be given? You have already set out, and it is too late to go back. What if it has the opposite effect? That this war will only serve to cut the CPAS straight down the middle into an irrevocable split that will forever damage the state. As a former combatant, I would say there is room for improvement. We could surrender now and face heavy reparations for what we did. But now, we must look at an often overlooked document. A document that we were founded on. The 68 Orders of Nation and State. That old document they have in the National Hall? It's outdated to say the least. It may have been helpful when we were only 2 planets, but now we're 375 square light years. Order 2. We find war to be an act of desperation, that all conflicts can and should be solved through the matters of peace. That war is merely for the preservation of the state in the face of a non-negotiating threat. Compass, this is useless. We are already at war. You are a poor military advisor. Order 4. Expansionist policies should be avoided. Those who come under the light of democracy must come willingly, or they will leave in a matter of time. Order 5. A board of generals should be maintained that during conflict and peace has direct influence over the chamber commander. Monsave, do not let this continue. He reads an outdated document that only serves to create content for our schools. Order 12. Any official of any department seen in bad form should be first put under an official hearing before any farther action is taken. These 68 orders you talk about only serve to weaken the state. Chamber Commander, I ask that you please excuse Compass from this meeting. No, he is right. I want a copy of the orders of nation and state sent to my office. I want General Yoberon reinstated as head of the Board of Generals until a hearing can be assembled. And, on the topic of the Board of Generals, I want all our level 5 generals brought back to the capital immediately. Times are urgent. We cannot just do all this nonsense. Remember what Levid said. Action before reaction. You, Chamber Commander, are certainly doing the opposite. Where are we going, Zeno? Are we not supposed to stay here and conduct the occupation of Tepay? This is vital to my plan's success. By official order from the Chamber Commander, we are to return to home base, and then we'll oversee operations from there. And if necessary, we will appear in holograms in any particular area. The field is where us generals are needed. Where is Gerald? I need to speak to him, 'cause you wish to take me from where I am needed. General Hangman was sent to the Frubian exclave in order to get their support in this war. I am sure you would be motivated to move faster if you knew that a large hostile fleet was wishing to say hello. I am in fact aware of this fleet, but where you wish to take me only puts us closer, does it not? We will only be there for a few large standard units of time. Prepare to move out, Levid. General Chacha, please come in. This is Professor Proboscis with Admiral Yogurton. Please come in. This message is urgent.
Professor, who is to say that the CPAS have not detained him already?
I have hope. There is a large Tepay fleet from Quadrant 4 attacking several CPAS strongholds in Tepay.
We are receiving a message. Oh yeah, it's a bit distorted, don't you know? But it should suffice. Audio only. This is General Chacha. Hello, Professor Proboscis. I am glad to hear you are not dead or taken prisoner. How goes the operations?
We have allied with the Tri-Frubian Societies, the United Brothers of Fiber, as well as the Lactate Empire. We are currently launching a campaign to take back Tepay.
I have one last CPAS stronghold to bomb out. Meet me there. It is near Tepay Prime. I believe it is Hopta 3.
Affirmative. We will see you there. Forever in the service of Tepay.
Alright, Cha-Chas, this is our last stop. Professor Proboscis is coming to join back up with us. Good to hear. Readouts on this planet say that Fort Hopta is the epicenter of CPAS activity on this planet. Recently, a Dove-class warship dropped off several people. A fort at maximum occupancy is a fort with maximum casualties. Lock plasma bombs. We do not wish to cost any Tepay lives in the crossfire. Targets locked. Plasma bombs are away. May the CPAS be lucky in the fact that they do not make good smoothies.
Zeno, we must leave immediately. As I predicted, that revolting fleet you were talking about has found us and is preparing to bomb. We must leave now, Zeno. There are no more ships stationed here. By order of the board, all ships stationed on Hopta 3 are to reinforce our position on Tepay Prime. We will merely have to wait out the attack, Levid. Not necessarily. While I was exploring the base, I crossed paths with a biological weapon. His data card said it was very potent. What do you propose we do with that, Levid? Certainly nothing ethical. We must act quick. We do a little bit of buttering. The bombing is to be stopped, or all the civilians of Hopta 3 will be ravaged by this little disease they left behind. I cannot allow that. That goes against too many principles I hold firm to. This planet has 7 billion inhabitants, and you want to jeopardize that? War is war. Billions will be dead at the end of this anyways. We have already lost 3 super cruisers, 2 diplomatic class ships, and not to mention several other ships that have sustained serious damage. The first day of the academy, we took an oath, and that oath said that we were willing to lay down our lives for the CPAS. These civilians took no oath. What does it matter to you, Zeno? These people around you, they are strangers. Who cares if they die? You are a poor general to let death weigh down your conscience. I won't allow this. I won't allow you to even entertain the possibility anymore. I have dedicated my life to saving others. And if the CPAS no longer sees that as order number 1, well, tough luck for you, Levid. You have doomed us all, you fool! What lives are you not willing to trade for the CPAS? What general does not sacrifice those of his enemies for his own country? Will you not shed one drop of blood? Will you not shed one drop of blood for the glory of the CPAS? Not one.
Neutron missile noise.
After your payloads are delivered, prepare to send the reconnaissance Cha-Chas to gather supplies and prisoners. Please surrender your weapons. You are now prisoners of war. Please prepare to be beamed up.
Soldiers of the CPAS, rise up with your weapons. Do not surrender to these boxes. Kill them all. They are responsible for the death of General Staten, you know. Cut the hysterics. You good sir, that man is a civilian. Can nothing be done to put him somewhere else?
At the current moment, all CPAS soldiers or civilians will be interned in a Quadrant 4 prison camp. Please prepare to be beamed up.
I am your leader. Will you not listen to me? Resist capture. We will live to fight another day, I say. Our leader died in the bombing as you said, citizen.